If you are over 60 and your feet feel cold at night, if your legs feel heavy when you walk, or if you shuffle instead of stride with confidence, you need to hear this. What most doctors will not tell you is that poor circulation after 60 triples your fall risk and accelerates nerve damage in ways that seem invisible until it is too late. But here is the truth that might shock you. Circulation damage is completely reversible. There is one specific drink that can improve blood flow to your legs within hours, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly what happens inside your body in just 24 hours. The best part is, this drink is probably already sitting in your kitchen, but most people are using it completely wrong. Every single night, millions of people over 60 go to bed with numb, cold feet. They wake up with legs that feel stiff and unresponsive. Walking to the bathroom becomes a careful, cautious journey instead of a simple task. This is not normal aging. This is your circulation system crying out for help. Your blood vessels are collapsing from the inside, and nobody is telling you the real reason why. The medical system hands you a prescription for aspirin or tells you to elevate your legs, but these are band-aids on a bullet wound. They do nothing to address what is actually happening deep inside your arteries. Right now, your legs are slowly being starved of oxygen. After age 60, your blood vessels produce 70% less of the critical molecule called nitric oxide. This molecule is the master switch that keeps your arteries relaxed and wide open. Think of nitric oxide as the traffic controller inside your blood vessels. When nitric oxide levels are high, your arteries stay flexible and blood flows freely to every part of your body. But when nitric oxide drops, everything changes. Without enough nitric oxide, your vessels shrink and stiffen like old rubber hoses. Blood struggles to push through, and your feet and legs pay the price first, because they are the farthest from your heart. Oxygen cannot reach your muscles when blood flow is restricted. Waste products begin to pile up in your tissues because they cannot be flushed out properly. Your nerves start to deteriorate from lack of nutrients and oxygen. Worst of all, invisible microclots start forming deep inside your legs. These clots are silent killers. They grow every single day without any symptoms until something catastrophic happens. A clot breaks loose, travels to your lungs, and suddenly you are in the emergency room fighting for your life. This is not meant to scare you. This is meant to wake you up to the reality that poor circulation is not just about cold feet. It is about survival. Most advice you hear about circulation is useless because it only manages symptoms. Taking aspirin thins your blood slightly, but it does nothing to widen your arteries. Moving your legs or doing ankle pumps might help blood return to your heart, but it does not fix the underlying vessel damage. Elevating your feet reduces swelling temporarily, but the moment you stand up, the problem returns. Compression socks squeeze blood upward, but they do not restore the natural pumping action your vessels need. All of these approaches ignore the root cause, which is nitric oxide collapse. Your body has lost the ability to keep your arteries open, and until you fix that, nothing else will work long term. Here is what the medical system does not want you to know. Nitric oxide collapse is not inevitable. It is biochemically reversible, and certain drinks can do it faster than any pill or exercise program. Over 3,000 clinical studies have proven that specific compounds in certain drinks convert directly into nitric oxide inside your body. These are not experimental treatments. This is established science that has been buried under pharmaceutical marketing. Drug companies cannot patent a beet or a stalk of celery, so they have no financial incentive to promote these solutions. But the research is clear and undeniable. When nitric oxide levels rise in your bloodstream, your arteries open up fast. Blood flow can increase by 40 to 60% in just one day. This is not a slow process. This is rapid vascular repair. Warmth floods back into your legs within hours. Heaviness disappears as oxygen reaches your muscles again. Cramping fades because waste products get flushed out. Over time, something even more remarkable happens. New capillaries begin to form. Your body starts building new blood vessel networks to improve circulation permanently. Nerve function improves as damaged nerves receive the nutrients they need to heal. Your fall risk drops dramatically because your legs regain strength and responsiveness. But here's the problem that nobody talks about. Most circulation drinks being sold online are complete scams. Companies are charging $50 to $80 for proprietary blends that contain mostly sugar and cheap fillers. Some products are dangerously overpriced, and others contain ingredients that do more harm than good. You see advertisements promising miracle cures with exotic berries from remote mountains, but the truth is much simpler and far less expensive. The most powerful circulation drinks are ordinary foods that have been part of human diets for thousands of years. You do not need expensive supplements. You need the right information. That is why I'm going to rank the 10 most common drinks from weakest to strongest, so you know exactly what works and what wastes your money. By the end, you will discover the #1 drink that widens arteries by 30% and why it outperforms everything else. You will know exactly how much to drink, when to drink it, and what mistakes to avoid. Most importantly, you will have a clear action plan that you can start tomorrow morning. Let us start at the bottom with drink number 10, plain water. Water is the foundation of all health, and dehydration is a serious problem for circulation. When you do not drink enough water, your blood becomes thick and sticky. Thick blood moves slowly through narrow vessels, which makes circulation problems worse. Drinking enough water keeps your blood fluid and prevents unnecessary thickening. Studies show that proper hydration can improve circulation by about 8%. That is measurable, but it is minimal. Water contains no nitrates, no flavonoids, and no compounds that actually repair blood vessels. It keeps things from getting worse, but it will not reverse damage that has already occurred. Water is necessary for survival, but it is not a circulation solution. If you are relying on water alone to fix your cold feet and heavy legs, you are going to be disappointed. Score for water is 2 out of 10. Drink number 9 is green tea. Green tea has been celebrated for centuries as a health drink, and there is some truth to the claims. Green tea contains catechins, which are powerful antioxidants that support the inner lining of blood vessels. Research shows green tea can improve blood flow by about 12%, but it takes 8 to 12 weeks of daily use to see results. That is a long time to wait when your legs are suffering now. The benefits disappear quickly if you stop drinking it, which means you are locked into a daily habit with modest returns. There is another problem that most green tea drinkers do not realize. The caffeine in green tea can actually constrict blood vessels in some people, which cancels out the circulation benefits. Plus, if you use boiling water to make your tea, you destroy most of the delicate catechins before they even enter your body. Green tea has mild benefits, but it is far too slow and inconsistent for serious leg circulation issues. Score is 3 out of 10. Drink number 8 is tart cherry juice. Tart cherries are packed with anthocyanins, which are compounds that reduce arterial stiffness and fight inflammation. Studies show tart cherry juice can improve circulation by 18% after 12 weeks of consistent use. That sounds promising until you look closely at what else is in that glass. 1 cup of tart cherry juice contains around 30 grams of sugar. That is more sugar than a candy bar. Sugar spikes insulin, triggers inflammation, and can actually damage the same blood vessels you are trying to heal. The sugar load from daily cherry watermelon juice improves arterial function by 28%, and people report feeling warm feet within hours of drinking it. Watermelon has a lower glycemic load than cherry or pomegranate juice, so it does not spike blood sugar as aggressively. The natural sugars in watermelon come packaged with fiber and water, which slows absorption. The downside is that watermelon is seasonal, expensive out of season, and it takes a lot of fruit to make 1 glass of juice. You need about 1/4 of a large watermelon to produce 8 ounces of juice. During winter months, watermelon can cost 3 to 4 times more than summer prices. It works well, but it is not practical year-round for most people. Score is 7 out of 10. Drink number 4 is hibiscus tea. Hibiscus is a game changer for circulation because it improves the function of the endothelium, which is the thin inner lining of your blood vessels. The endothelium produces nitric oxide, and when it is damaged, Nitric oxide production drops. Hibiscus repairs endothelial cells and restores their ability to make nitric oxide naturally. It also lowers blood pressure by relaxing arterial walls. Studies show hibiscus tea improves blood flow by 31%, and results show up in about 10 days of daily use. Hibiscus tea is affordable, easy to find at any grocery store, and has almost no calories. You can drink it hot in the winter or cold in the summer. The deep red color comes from anthocyanins, the same compounds found in berries. The only caution is if you are already on blood pressure medication. Hibiscus can lower your pressure too much when combined with medications which can cause dizziness or fainting. Check with your doctor first if you take blood pressure drugs. Otherwise, hibiscus is an excellent choice. Score is 8 out of 10. Drink number 3 is celery juice. Celery is loaded with natural dietary nitrates, and when you drink celery juice, bacteria in your mouth convert those nitrates into nitric oxide within minutes. This is one of the fastest pathways to circulation improvement. Studies show celery juice can increase blood flow by 35 to 40% within 3 hours of drinking it. That is incredibly fast compared to everything else on this list. The key is to drink it fresh on an empty stomach, so the nitrates absorb quickly without interference from food. The downside is celery juice has a strong, salty, almost medicinal taste that many people cannot stand. Some describe it as drinking liquid salt. You also need a juicer to make it, which adds cost and cleanup time. Drinking store-bought celery juice is not the same because pasteurization destroys many of the beneficial compounds. But if you can get past the watermelon juice improves arterial function by 28%, and people report feeling warm feet within hours of drinking it. Watermelon has a lower glycemic load than cherry or pomegranate juice, so it does not spike blood sugar as aggressively. The natural sugars in watermelon come packaged with fiber and water, which slows absorption. The downside is that watermelon is seasonal, expensive out of season, and it takes a lot of fruit to make 1 glass of juice. You need about 1/4 of a large watermelon to produce 8 ounces of juice. During winter months, watermelon can cost 3 to 4 times more than summer prices. It works well, but it is not practical year-round for most people. Score is 7 out of 10. Drink number 4 is hibiscus tea. Hibiscus is a game changer for circulation because it improves the function of the endothelium, which is the thin inner lining of your blood vessels. The endothelium produces nitric oxide, and when it is damaged, nitric oxide production drops. Hibiscus repairs endothelial cells and restores their ability to make nitric oxide naturally. It also lowers blood pressure by relaxing arterial walls. Studies show hibiscus tea improves blood flow by 31%, and results show up in about 10 days of daily use. Hibiscus tea is affordable, easy to find at any grocery store, and has almost no calories. You can drink it hot in the winter or cold in the summer. The deep red color comes from anthocyanins, the same compounds found in berries. The only caution is if you are already on blood pressure medication. Hibiscus can lower your pressure too much when combined with medications which can cause dizziness or fainting. Check with your doctor first if you take blood pressure drugs. Otherwise, hibiscus is an excellent choice. Score is 8 out of 10. Drink number 3 is celery juice. Celery is loaded with natural dietary nitrates, and when you drink celery juice, bacteria in your mouth convert those nitrates into nitric oxide within minutes. This is one of the fastest pathways to circulation improvement. Studies show celery juice can increase blood flow by 35 to 40% within 3 hours of drinking it. That is incredibly fast compared to everything else on this list. The key is to drink it fresh on an empty stomach, so the nitrates absorb quickly without interference from food. The downside is celery juice has a strong, salty, almost medicinal taste that many people cannot stand. Some describe it as drinking liquid salt. You also need a juicer to make it, which adds cost and cleanup time. Drinking store-bought celery juice is not the same because pasteurization destroys many of the beneficial compounds. But if you can get past the taste and commit to fresh juicing, celery juice is extremely effective for rapid circulation improvement. Score is 8.5 out of 10. Drink number 2 is arugula smoothie. Arugula has the highest nitrate density of any vegetable you can buy at a regular grocery store. When blended into a smoothie with a banana or apple for taste, it becomes a nitric oxide powerhouse. Studies show arugula can improve circulation by 42% within 2 weeks of daily consumption. People report warmer legs, reduced cramping, and significantly better walking endurance. Arugula works because it floods your system with nitrates that convert into nitric oxide through the same bacterial pathway as celery. The advantage of arugula over celery is that you can blend it into a smoothie, which masks the peppery, bitter taste. Add a frozen banana, some blueberries, and almond milk, and you have a drinkable circulation remedy. The downside is you need to prepare it fresh every day. Arugula wilts quickly, so you cannot batch prep for the week. Consistency is hard for most people because daily smoothie making requires time and discipline. But if you can stick with it, arugula is one of the most powerful circulation drinks available. Score is 9 out of 10. Now we come to drink number 1, the absolute king of circulation drinks, beetroot juice. Beetroot juice contains 300 to 400 milligrams of dietary nitrates per 8 ounces. That is more concentrated nitrates than any other drink on this entire list. When you drink beetroot juice, those nitrates are absorbed rapidly through your stomach and small intestine. Bacteria in your mouth and gut convert them into nitric oxide within 2 to 3 hours. The results are not subtle, they are staggering. Studies show beetroot juice increases leg blood flow by 45%. It reduces arterial stiffness by up to 30%. It relieves pain, improves oxygen delivery to muscles, and dramatically improves walking endurance in people with peripheral artery disease. People report feeling warmth return to their feet on the very first day of drinking beetroot juice. Within 1 week, cramping reduces noticeably. Within 2 weeks, walking becomes easier, less painful, and more confident. Within 1 month, visible changes appear in leg color, temperature, and even the appearance of veins. Legs that looked pale and mottled start to show healthy pink coloration again. Beetroot juice works faster, stronger, and more consistently than any other drink. It is affordable, widely available in health food stores and even regular supermarkets, and it is backed by more peer-reviewed research than anything else. You can buy it fresh from the produce section, bottled as pure beet juice, or as concentrated beet shots that deliver the same nitrates in a smaller volume. The best way to use beetroot juice is 8 ounces every single morning on an empty stomach. Do not drink it with food right away because food slows nitrate absorption and reduces effectiveness. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating breakfast. One harmless side effect is pink or red urine and sometimes reddish stool. This is called beturia, and it is completely normal. It just means your body is processing the betalain pigments from the beets. The only medical caution is if you have a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones, because beets are high in oxalates which can contribute to stone formation. For everyone else, beetroot juice is the single most powerful circulation drink you can use. Score is 10 out of 10, and nothing else even comes close. Now that you know the rankings from worst to best, let me give you a simple implementation plan that actually works in real life. Every single morning, drink 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach. This is your daily foundation for circulation repair. In the afternoon, if you want extra support and faster results, add a cup of hibiscus tea or 4 ounces of celery juice 3 to 4 times per week. Make an arugula smoothie for a powerful nitric oxide boost that stacks on top of your daily beet juice. This combination hits circulation from multiple angles, and the results compound over time. Within 3 days, you should feel warmth returning to your legs and feet, especially at night. Within 1 week, cramping and heaviness will reduce noticeably. Within 2 weeks, your walking endurance will improve, and you will feel more stable on your feet. Within 1 month, You will see visible changes in your legs, including better color, less swelling, improved skin texture, and increased strength. But there are critical mistakes you absolutely must avoid, or this entire plan will fail. Do not drink your circulation drinks with a heavy meal. It slows nitrate absorption dramatically and reduces effectiveness by up to 50%. Drink your beet juice first thing in the morning before breakfast, then wait 30 minutes before eating. Do not use mouthwash right after drinking beetroot juice or celery juice. Mouthwash kills the beneficial bacteria in your mouth that convert nitrates into nitric oxide. If you kill those bacteria, the entire mechanism fails and the drink will not work. If you must use mouthwash, wait at least 1 hour after drinking your circulation juice. Do not stop taking any prescribed medications without talking to your doctor first. These drinks support circulation and can reduce your need for certain medications over time, but they do not replace medical treatment for serious conditions. Work with your doctor to monitor your progress and adjust medications safely. Do not buy processed sugary versions of these drinks. Bottled beet juice with added sugar, artificial flavors, and preservatives will not work the same way as pure organic beet juice. Always choose pure unsweetened organic versions whenever possible. The extra cost is worth it because you are getting concentrated therapeutic compounds without the junk. And finally, do not expect results if you only drink these occasionally. Consistency is absolutely everything. Drinking beetroot juice once a week will do almost nothing for your circulation. You need daily intake to rebuild nitric oxide levels, repair vessel damage, and restore proper blood flow. Think of it like watering a plant. 1 glass of water per week keeps the plant barely alive. Daily watering makes it thrive. Your blood vessels are the same way. Here is what most people do not understand about circulation problems after 60. Circulation decline is not aging. It is nutritional deficiency. Modern diets have systematically removed almost all nitrate-rich foods from our plates. Processed meals, fast food, frozen dinners, and packaged snacks contain virtually zero nitrates. Even fresh vegetables today contain fewer nitrates than they did 50 years ago because soil quality has declined. Your body is literally starving for the raw materials it needs to make nitric oxide. When you add those materials back through the right drinks, circulation comes roaring back to life. It is not magic or a miracle cure. It is simple biochemistry. Your body knows exactly what to do with these compounds. You just have to give it the fuel it has been missing. I want you to take the 30-day beetroot juice challenge starting tomorrow morning. Drink 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice every single day for 30 days straight without missing a day. Track 3 specific things. First, track warmth. Notice how your feet and legs feel at night before bed and first thing in the morning. Second, track pain and cramping. Write down how often you experience discomfort and how severe it is. Third, track endurance. See how far you can walk without fatigue or how many stairs you can climb without stopping. At the end of 30 days, compare where you started to where you are now. Take photos of your legs on day 1 and day 30 so you can see visible proof of improvement. Mobility is not something you lose forever after 60. Independence is not gone just because you are older. Confidence in your own legs can come back stronger than you remember, but it requires action and commitment. You cannot sit back and hope things improve on their own. Circulation does not fix itself with time. It only gets worse unless you intervene with the right tools. The right tool is beetroot juice. It is cheap, it is scientifically proven, and it works faster than anything else available. Your legs are waiting for the circulation they desperately need. Give them what they have been missing for years and watch your life transform in ways you thought were impossible. Start tomorrow morning with 1 glass of beet juice and do not stop for 30 days. Your future self will thank you.